If you live in Chile, and especially if you live in Talcahuano, there is one thing almost everyone has in common. At some point in your life, you've taken the bus. Maybe every day, maybe occasionally, but you know the experience. And today I want to talk about public transportation, mainly buses, not as a system, not as politics, but as real life. And at the same time, we are going to use this topic to practice English. Because English is not just grammar, it's life explained in another language. Let's start with the morning. In Talcahuano, mornings start early. The alarm goes off. It's still dark. Sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it's raining. And before your feet even touch the floor, you're already thinking, what time is the bus? Will it stop? Will I arrive on time? This is not just transportation. This is strategy. You choose your clothes based on the weather and how crowded the bus will be. You leave earlier than necessary just in case, and at the bus stop, something interesting happens. Silence. Everyone is awake, but no one is fully alive yet. This is a perfect moment to practice English. You can think, I'm waiting for the bus, it's early in the morning, I'm going to work. Simple sentences, real context. Bus stops in Talcahuano have their own culture. You see the same people almost every day. You don't know their names, but you recognize them. There's the student with the headphones, the worker with coffee on their hands, the woman who always carries shopping bags. You don't talk, but you share time. Public transportation creates silent communities, and this is something many people don't think about. When the bus arrives, there's always a small moment of tension. Will it stop? Will it be full? Will I fit? You get on, pay the fare, and look for a seat. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes not at all. If you don't get a seat, you learn important life skills: balance, awareness, patience. You learn how to stand without falling. You learn how to move with the bus. You learn how to exist with strangers around you. And in English, you can describe this. The bus is crowded. I'm standing. There are a lot of people. Again, simple, useful language. Rush hour in Talcahuano is not gentle. Buses fill quickly, especially when people are traveling to or from Concepcion. At this time, personal space disappears. But something interesting happens. Everyone understands the situation. No one is special. Everyone is tired. Public transportation is one of the most equal spaces in society. CEO or student, young or old. On the bus, everyone is just a passenger. Let's talk about money. For many people, buses are not a choice. They are the only option. Cars are expensive. Fuel is expensive. Maintenance is expensive. Buses allow people to work, study, move forward. Without public transportation, many opportunities simply disappear. And this is why buses matter more than we think. Another important point is the environment. One bus can replace many cars. Less traffic, less pollution. In cities like Talcahuano and Concepcion, this makes a real difference. Public transportation is not perfect, but it is necessary for sustainable cities. Now let's connect this to English learning. Most people think, I need to study English before I use it. That's wrong. You use English to learn it. The bus gives you time, context, repetition. Every day you can practice the same phrases. I'm going to work. I'm going back home. It's crowded today. Repetition builds confidence. Why talk about buses in English? Because this is real vocabulary, real situations. Words like bus stop, fare, crowded, commute, rush hour, schedule. These are words that you can use every day, not just in a classroom. You don't need fancy topics to practice English. You need real-life topics. On a bus, you observe life. People talking on the phone, people sleeping, people listening to music. Sometimes you hear conversations. Sometimes you hear arguments. Sometimes laughter. This is human life, moving together. And when you describe it in English, you are not just learning a language. You are learning how to express reality. Let's be honest. Buses are not always on time. Delays happen. Routes change. Information is not always clear. And yes, it's frustrating. But frustration is also a learning opportunity. Instead of thinking, this is terrible, you can think, the bus is late. I am waiting. I need to be patient. English for emotions, English for real situations. One of the most underrated things about buses is thinking time. No steering wheel, no traffic stress, just movement. Many people think about their problems, their plans, their future. Some people make life decisions on buses. I know, I have. Buses connect Talcahuano to the Great Concepcion, neighborhoods to downtown, people to opportunity. They are the invisible threads holding the city together. Here's a simple challenge. Next time you're on a bus, describe 5 things in English, out loud or in your head. No pressure, no perfection, just practice. Public transportation is not glamorous, but it's real. It is human. It is necessary. And if you can talk about your daily life in English, you are learning faster than you think. Because English is not a subject, it's a tool. Even on a crowded bus in Talcahuano. So thanks for watching. If this felt familiar, you are not alone. Comment below. Do you take the bus every day? And I'll see you in the next video.